Hey guys, what's going on? To me, yeah. You can read that little name at the bottom, and no, you're not going crazy. No, it's me. I'm back. It's been a hot minute since I've featured in one of the videos on this channel, because I left the channel. I just kind of detached myself. I had other priorities I needed to tackle at the time, but yeah, I'm back now, and I'm gonna try and make this work. I don't intend on recording too many videos, but it's a topic for later. Yeah, what's going on, folks? I, today, have a handful of topics written down. I'm just gonna play the video game and talk. Consider this a live commentary, the way it definitely isn't that. Yeah. So the first topic I had written down was just, and I was very vague with it. It's the community as a whole. I would like to say, overall, we're not as connected as I feel like we should be. There's a lot of dissonance between the different platforms, and I don't like that. It's not something that I think we could ever say is a good thing, especially considering how the staff have been ignoring all of the community. So even given that, it's really easy to say that because of our disconnect, that's the reason that we're being ignored, because they'll have to pick and choose who to listen to. And they do that. Like, that is something they do. They do pick and choose who to listen to. Most recently, with the most recent game mode, Diamond Dash, I don't think that's its actual name, but I really haven't played it enough to tell you. Yeah, what was I saying? Right. They pick and chose to listen to their Twitter, primarily. And maybe a little bit of the Discord, a little bit, not so much, but a little bit, with that most recent game mode, because primarily their way of having teachers contact them is either through emails or through Twitter. And I assume they're getting more stuff on the Twitter from teachers, outside of like bugs, hey, can you fix my student's account type of stuff, And given that, it's so easy to claim that this disconnect is the reason why they pick and choose. I feel like we really do need to do something as a community to try and fix that issue. I mean, it's really easy to say, oh, well, this section of the community is bad, this section of the community is good. But none of, like, every single one of them has their draws. And I understand that not everybody's going to see that the same way. I'm going to speak from my own experience here for a minute. I'm on just about every one of the communities. I'm in just about everywhere. And I have to say, like, I see why people go to every platform. I understand it every way. You go to the forums if you want to learn about Gimkit Creative, or like ask questions, or get your thumbnail drawn, which I personally don't approve of, but that's neither here nor there. You go to the Discord if you want just like a discussion, if you want to play games with a couple of your friends, if you want to meet some new people. And you go to the Wix site if you want to do a little bit of both, honestly. And then there's the Wiki if you need to just learn, hey, when did this skin come out? Hey, when is, what season was this? What season did this happen? When did this release? When did that release? What's the little quirks of this skin or that skin, And it is interesting. It is. Just to learn that kind of stuff. But that's neither here nor there. And all of these sections of the community just don't like each other, or at least mostly. There's a lot of disagreement amongst themselves. A lot of people on the Discord will tell you that every other platform is bad. A lot of people on the forums will tell you the other platforms is bad. A lot of people on the Wix site will tell you that the forums are bad. And then everybody dunks on the wiki because it's pretty bad. But I'm sure the wiki thinks everybody else is pretty bad too, because we all are. We all have our draws, we all have our things that make us unique as platforms, we all have our own people, our own method of going about things, and not everybody's going to agree with how one platform goes about things. That's not the way that's going to work. And this will lead into my next topic. Given that that's the case, given that there's so many differences, however subtle they may be, it's made running stuff like the Gimkit Awards very difficult. Maybe not even difficult, just like it's it's strange, you know? Because you had to differentiate how you treat every comment on every platform and how you treat the different, like, intricacies of everything. Because in my given example is that on the Wix site and on the Discord, I was able to just post the link to the nominations just carefree. Wasn't an issue at all. But I put it on the forums, and it didn't work. So I had to come up with a whole, like, workaround, which didn't work. So then we had to have, I had to link the Wix site in the forums. And the point I'm trying to get across here is just that it's so different between them. There's so many different minor things that you have to account for. And I didn't at the time. I'll admit it. Also, massive skill issue. I just fell down. Where was I? Right. It's just, the platforms are so different, and it's so easy to claim that they're bad because of their differences. I do not think so. I think it is really weird to sit there and claim that any platform is worse than another simply because it's different. Obviously, they're gonna be different in some way, shape, or form. And I think it's better to embrace the differences and treat the other platforms as still being the same community, which is a separate problem which we also have. I know a lot of people like to think of the forums and the Wix and the Discord and the Wiki as all being so different, and to be honest, they are different, but, you know, we all have the same central theme, we're all the same community, it's just that we're different subsets. And I don't feel like enough people realize that it's just subsets and not whole community. We try to start fights amongst ourselves, we try to, like, have a war. Also, I am Agent of the Month, let's get it, gang. Anyways, yeah, it's all so vastly different, and it's so interesting to see how it all plays out. We've already spoken on the Gimkit Awards, so I'll speak a little bit more on that, and then I'll move on to my next topic. It's been a lot of fun to try and run it this year. There's been a lot of support, and it's been nice to get to see all these different faces coming back, saying what they will, and participating. It's been a lot of fun to have everybody along. Even if there have been some minor slip-ups, and I'm pretty sure 8 people understand what I mean, aka just the team, it's okay, because it's bringing the community together. It's a good thing that we're doing, or at least it's a good thing we're trying to do. And on the note of stuff that'll bring the community together, I've been thinking, I kind of want to do another very different community-wide event. The idea being, and I'm putting this into the video because I want people to know, hey, this is a thing that might happen, and if it happens, you totally should participate. The idea being is that I put out a thing. It's like, hey, this is the Gim Jam, for those of you who are familiar. I put out a post. It's like, hey, if you guys want to participate, we are about to start the Gim Jam. The Gim Jam is a creative event. Everybody makes a brand new map, and you make it based around the whatever theme we choose. You have, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month, to work on it. Probably 2 weeks, because a month was a little too long, and a week was not long enough. So I think 2 weeks. And whoever has the best map, as voted on by the majority, will win whatever prize we decide. Probably just like a season ticket. Yeah, that's just the idea. It's just a creative game-making competition. But the thing is, I would have to, like, obviously it needs to be published, so that means there would be a lot of asks for thumbnails, which would be very cool to see out of the forums. And, of course, obviously, working with creative is a big forums thing, but I know that every platform enjoys these kind of, I'm pretty sure everybody would have fun with it. is what I'm trying to get across. And there would be definitely some bonding, you know, other people would come to the forums, and then people would, from the forums would sort to the other websites, so that way they could get their thumbnails, or so that way they could get people to work with them on a team, you know, whatever else. I don't know, I've been sitting on that one for a long time, and I have done it in the past, as I mentioned. The Game Jam is not, it wouldn't be the first time I've ever hosted it, so I am familiar. It would be my third, I believe. So a lot of the experimentation is over. It's pretty cut and dry. Outside of that, I know that people have been asking for an art competition for a long time, in like a grand sense. And I know that we've hosted smaller ones on like the Wix site and the Discord, but I want to do something bigger, though I don't know how to develop it. So if you have any ideas, I would say email me, but I don't know if the rest of the gang is going to be very happy if I just tell you guys my email in the middle of the video. So instead, you should PM me on the forums, DM me on the Wix. I don't know if that's something you can do, but if you can, do it. Message me on the Discord, DM, ping, whatever else, and just tell me how you think you'd go about running an art event, because I definitely need ideas for that. I'm not 100% sure on how I'd want it to work, but I do like the idea, and I have wanted to do the idea for a very long time. So yeah, just let me know if you have any ideas on it. Our next topic is a very simple one. It is what my place in the gang is going to be going forwards, and it's mostly going to be a talking head, if I had to take a guess. The rest of the gang doesn't necessarily like speaking in their videos. I love it. I'm an aspiring voice actor, as a few of you know, and I maybe that aspiring is just going to turn into voice actor someday in the future. Ooh, what is he hitting at? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'm just going to be kind of a talking head. I'm not going to make too many videos of my own. Maybe I'll do this a couple more times. This is a lot of fun. Also, this is the farthest I've ever gotten in DLD, can I just say it? Yeah, I've never beaten this, by the way. That's a video that's coming within the next couple of months. Okay, that's really all I have to say about Gimkit Gang, so we're going to move on to a little bit more of a controversial topic. PixelPreacher. I'm sure you guys have been seeing the YouTube shorts. I'm sure you guys have been seeing what he's been saying. So let's talk about it. Obviously, I had my own falling out with the man. There was a little bit of an incident. There was a lot of stuff that led into a key event. And I'm just gonna try and grab this off the dome. I'm not gonna look at any of the docs. I'll probably make a video on it later. I'll make a video on this whole thing later. But PixelPreacher is not a good person. He blackmailed me. He was really weird to a lot of my friends. He was incredibly manipulative, as I'm sure several of you know. But yeah, if you were subscribed to PixelPreacher, unsubscribe right now. Be based. He's not a good person, and he does his best to try and 1984 any comments that mention it, and of course by that I mean delete and act as if they don't exist. He got moderators on his channel to do that very task. I'm not gonna post any images, so you'll have to take me at face value, or you won't believe me at all, which I'd also say is fair game. Did I just screw up? I think I did. Okay, whatever. But yeah. Where was I? I don't know. Pixel, not a great person. If you can, unsubscribe. A future video, not on this channel, probably on my own or someone else's, I don't know, will be made detailing everything for all of you YouTube exclusive viewers. Yeah. I think that's just about everything I wanted to cover. So I'm just gonna play the video game until I fall down again, and then I'm gonna end the video. It's been a pretty good 16-minute long video. I think corporate's gonna be pretty happy with what I've made. You know, Oh, well, guys, it's it's looking like that's gonna be the end of the video. It's been nice doing this, actually. It's gonna be nice coming back to the gang, talking a little bit more. I'm pretty excited to be back. And I'm excited to show off a couple of the projects I've been working on for a while. Credits, they're not gonna roll right now, but this is the spoken credits. Shout out to the entire rest of the gang: Horse, Roblox, who's no longer with us, Panda, Ugly Sonic, TJ. I'm definitely missing some. Immortal. I don't know. That's all I can remember. I think TJ's a part of the gang. I don't remember now that I'm saying it. Music is made by Good Kid. It is copyright free for those of you who are aspiring YouTube creators. And hopefully this video doesn't get flagged by them or DMCA'd.